Good morning, friends. Good morning. So we just read off a list of names, and you heard the bell chime after every name. Those names are names of people in our church family who have died in the last year. We do that as a part of our All Saints Sunday recognition. It's a way to remember people in our church family who have lived as saints. People who love Jesus, people who loved God's people, and people who showed others how to do that. So when I think about saints in my life, people who have loved Jesus and who loved God's people and who taught me about those things and how to do that, I think of my grandparents and my parents who learned from them. I think about some really special Sunday school teachers I've had in my life. I think about my confirmation mentor, Dottie DeBose. She was great. And I think about special friends like Kathy and Sandy who just loved on me when they knew I needed it the most. And then I think of my friend Steve, who could make me laugh and laugh and laugh, but he wanted to take advantage of every opportunity he could to serve God's people. And he did, and he modeled that for a lot of people. I've been really lucky with the saints in my life. But I want you to know that you don't have to have people die to be saints. Look at all these people out here. We have a bunch of saints in our room right now. People who love Jesus and who love God's people and who work to help other people do that. We have people in our television community who are saints, people at home watching, who love Jesus and love God's people. And y'all look at each other. You're sitting next to a saint. What do you think about that? People who love Jesus and love God's people and are learning to help others do the same thing. That's kind of cool. Now, on All Saints Sunday, we remember people who are special in our faith. Does anybody know what this is called? Close. It's rosemary. It's an herb like thyme. Yeah. It's rosemary. And rosemary sometimes is called an herb of remembrance. Sometimes people would put it like on a gravestone or kind of bury it with somebody as a way to say, we will remember you. Some people also think if you smell rosemary, that it will help you remember things. So I have pulled off a little bit of rosemary here so y'all can take a little teeny, like pick a leaf. You can take a leaf. If you rub it between your fingers, you can get that rosemary oil and it smells really good. So when you smell rosemary, I want you to remember special people in your life who have shown you the love of Jesus, who've shown you what it looks like to love and care for God's people. And I want you to remember when you're cooking with rosemary or just see it out growing in the yard, rub some between your fingers and remember that you also are a saint of God and that you are called to love Jesus and to love God's people and to help others do the same. Let's close our time together with a prayer. Y'all please repeat after me. Dear God, thank you for loving us and for the saints in our lives who have shared your love with us. Help us to remember that we are saints, that you have called to share your love with others. And all of God's children say, amen.